Hi everyone. In this video, we will discuss Introduction to Functions in Python. Before starts today's session, let us try to recall what have we discussed in our previous video. Can we use else with the looping statement? When will else class be executed in for else? When will else be executed in while else structure? And we have discussed applications and implementation of else with for and else with while loop. If you haven't watched that, please watch that. After watching this video, you will get the knowledge about what is function, how to write a function or how to define a function, what is the use of function calling statement, difference between parameter and arguments. And we discussed how to develop the code to implement the functions concept. Let us start our discussion with the definition of function. A function is a group of statements or block of statements, or you can say collection of these statements, that is used to perform a specific task or any particular task. While you are working with any project, you need to do some tasks. For each and every task, generally we developed functions. For example, print. We used several times print function in our examples. We know that print is a output function in Python. Print is used to print any simple text or a value of the variable. Right? So here the task is I want to print welcome. My task is to print welcome. To implement that task, I used one function called print. In the same way, we can use one more function square root that is used to find square root of a given number. That is a task. And if you want to receive any value at the runtime or dynamically if you want to read the values, we use input function in Python. So the task of the input function is to receive the values dynamically. So like we use several functions to implement several tasks. So I think the definition is clear now. A function is used to perform a particular task. We have two categories of the functions. First one is predefined function and the second one is user defined function. Coming to the predefined function means already defined, predefined, already developed by developers of the Python. In this example, print function, square root function, input functions are called predefined functions, or you can say inbuilt functions. We no need to write any special code to develop this. Already those are developed. Just you can call it. How we have the predefined functions, in the same way you can develop your own functions. As a developer, we can develop our own functions. Those functions are called user defined functions. As per your requirement, you can develop your own functions. Then we need to follow some steps while working with the functions concept. First step is create a function or define a function. Second step is call that created function. We need to follow these two steps while working with the functions concept. Then how to define a function or how to create a function. To define a function, we use the keyword def, define. After that, we need to write a function name. Function name is an identifier concept. By following the identifier rules, you can give any suitable name for your function. After the name of the function, you must write parenthesis that represent that is a function. And your function must ends with the colon symbol that indicates that is a first statement in the block where the block is a function. You can say it is the beginning statement of your function. So finally we can say that the syntax to define a function is def function name parenthesis colon, and that may or may not have the parameters. Depending on your requirement, you may or you may not write the parameters. What is parameter? What is the use of the parameters? We will discuss later. After this, we need to write our code, our logic. Okay, this is the body of the function, and here we must give the indentation. And here we must write our logic. What is the task you want to implement by using this function? You must write that related logic. That is generally called function body. See the example. Define sum a comma b. Here a comma b are called parameters. Function name is sum. Def is a keyword to define a function. And you must give the indentation here. You must write your code here. Here my requirement is I want to perform sum of the two numbers. So C assignment a plus b. Okay. Then I want to print that sum value. And we stored that sum of the a comma b in C na. So I want to print that. This is how to write functions. So here what is parameter? A parameter is a variable that is used to receive the values, or that is used to read the data from the outside of the function. In this example, a comma b are the parameters. Those are used to receive the data for a and b, and those values will be used in the functions. Okay, these are called parameters. Then second step is writing the function calling statement. Is it necessary to write the function calling statement? Yes. Even though you develop the function, that won't be work without calling the statement. Whenever the function is being called with help of the function calling statement, then only that will be activated. Then how to write function calling statement? Syntax to write the function calling statement is function name, and within the parenthesis you must write arguments if any. Without arguments also we can write the function. We will discuss all those things one by one. See the example, sum 10 comma 20. Sum is a function name, arguments are 10 comma 20. How the function works? See, we first write the function definition. We defined a function. After that, we have written function calling statement, function name and argument list. When you are trying to execute your program, whenever the function calling statement is being executed, these values are copied into the parameters. First, the value 10 will be assigned to the variable a. Next, second value will be assigned to the second parameter. If you have third parameter, and you must pass third value also. While you are writing function calling statement, you must remember your function calling statement must be matched with your function definition. SUM must be matched. And how many parameters you have, that many values you must pass generally. Then here what is argument? The values we are passing 10 comma 20 to the sum function. So these values are called arguments. A comma b are called parameters. Those are used to receive the values. And what are the values we are sending to the function while calling the function? Those values are called arguments. Let us implement the function. See, this is the function definition. Just now we discussed same code. Define sum a comma b colon c assignment a plus b. Then I want to print that value. Let me execute it. You won't get any output, right? As we discussed just now, even though if you write the function definition, that won't be executed until you write the function calling statement. So if you want to execute this function, you must write the function calling statement. Let me write function calling statement for this function. Function name is sum. How many parameters that has? 2 na? So you must pass 2 values. Now execute this. Now see the output is 30. Clear, I hope. For example, if you have 3 variables, let me take d and C assignment a plus b plus d and print c. Now how to call the sum function? By passing 3 values. Because sum function has 3 parameters na, you must write the function calling statement with 3 values, with 3 arguments. Now let me execute the definition again because we modified na. After that execute the function calling statement. Now see, the output is 60, right? Depending on the function name and the number of the parameters, you must write the function calling statement. Check your knowledge, what you learned from this video. What is function? How to write a function? What is the use of function calling statement? Difference between parameter and arguments. And we have seen the implementation of the function. If this video is useful to you, please do subscribe the channel, watch the videos, like the videos and share the videos. Thank you.